Hey everyone, welcome back. This is October's garden tour. Sorry I haven't done any videos recently, been a bit busy and just come back off holiday yesterday. A well needed holiday that was. So right, we'll start here with the cannas. These are still looking great. This is red velvet. I still got some flowers yet to come. Yeah, I do like this canna. As we pop down here, this little track here, this is Fortunii princeps. This is actually starting to grow away a little bit now. When I first got it, it had no trunk. I think this one, well, no, it had a small trunk. I think this here was one of the bit of winter damage from, I think that might have been 2 years ago, so it doesn't look like it's grown a lot, but I feel like it is starting to move now. That's a some really nice palm when this grows a bit bigger than this. It starts to take over this space. Yeah, I'm happy with that. What else have we got here? These begonias are starting, this is a torso, it's starting to take a little bit of damage. Well, I don't think we've had too many bad weather days, but it's took a little bit of damage. But hopefully that'll produce some bulbils and we can create some more plants off that soon. I can't remember on last month's video if I'd already got rid of the dahlias, but as you can see I've chopped a lot of them out now. Can't really see, not many left. There's some flowers round here. Let's have a look at them. Yeah, that's the last of the flowers here. They were nice, but yeah, the winds this year have been quite bad. Trashed everything. While we're here, we might as well go down this centre bed. So then we've got the Butiagris erispertha. Nice palm. Said on a previous video I might get rid of this, but again I've changed my mind and I feel like I'm going to keep it. And when I'm going to create the new space down the bottom, I think I can make a nice area for that. A dedicated bed built for it, where I'll be able to protect it. It'll be out of the view of the house, so any overhead protection I do add to it, not really going to be visible and it won't affect me as much. Whereas if it were planted here and I had a big canopy over it, nah, it's not what I really want. The red dragons spread nicely. It goes a bit mad. To be honest, this one didn't get chopped back this year. I usually chop them back a couple of times. If anyone can tell me what this hellebore is, I'd appreciate that. It's a lovely one. I've divided this multiple times, spread it throughout the garden. I do like that one. We've got Formium Yellow Wave, still only a little plant. This was also a division, can't remember. Unless it might not be a division actually, I might have moved it. Can't actually remember with that one. This waggy's slowly starting to come back. After the first year I got it, you can see, first year took a lot of damage, to be fair. It did, it spear pulled as well as, you know, a lot of damage, but they are coming back now. Nice healthy centre to it now. Hopefully we don't get too bad of a winter, but I think we are due a bad one. But if I can get that through without any more damage, it should look good next year hopefully. We've got Soft Caress, brilliant plant this. It's one I'm going to add multiple more of. On a recent visit to Shane Bilson's garden, he was showing me how he likes to propagate this, and I've taken his advice and done a couple of cuttings of this, see how they take. This is a Euphorbia minus Merlot. Looks a bit tatty at the minute. The newer growth like that looks nice, but where all the flowers have been, does look a little bit tatty now. We got a begonia down here which has been really slow to get going this year. It was left in all winter. I honestly don't know which one this is, but it was left in all winter. It has come back nicely, but yeah, it's only just getting to be any sort of size. Ferns look well, but I think I might move this one because it's a little bit too big just in front of the Butier odorata. which I'd like to just see a bit more of that trunk from the front of the garden. The only access you can really see the trunk is round through the bottom of the, as you go down through that path. You can see it a bit better. I'd like to be able to see it from this angle. And set this was only small when this one went in this year. It's grown quite well, but took some battering. So yeah, almost every leaf now is getting shredded. This one's not as bad as the bigger one. Looks a bit of a disaster, that one. But yeah, this will be getting dug up. Hopefully keep it out for another, try and get to at least mid-November with this, hopefully. But we'll play it by ear with the weather. And this good sized colocasia, I mean, it's lost its leaves while I've been away. It did look quite well. Oh, look at them, absolutely battered in the wind. Still more coming though. And this is Metallica. It's a good reliable colocasia for me, this. We'll dig it up though, pot it up, put it in greenhouse. Comes back every year for me, this one. I don't try too many of the colocasias now though, because I'm not brilliant at overwintering them, to be fair. Not like over at Tiki Tropics channel, he's got loads of them. I wish I could do what he can do. But yeah, set to bed still looking quite good. So hopefully get another few weeks out of this yet. Come back round, start up here. Got some Canary Musifolia. These were just in here to fill out this bed, which was supposed to get stripped down this year, but I never took it out. So I just filled it with some Persicaria Red Dragon and some Canary Musifolia, just to keep that bed from looking empty. And I mean, these Musifolia, this soil, I didn't enrich it at all, to be honest. When I put these in here, and you can tell it's not growing anywhere. But in here we've got a beautiful Trachycarpus princeps, stunning palm. It's got some canna in here just to fill it out while it's still a small palm, but eventually this will take up all this space and be a real statement plant here. And I will, just off the deck in there, put an overhead canopy on for this winter, just while it gets its feet down. Easy enough to protect, not going to be too intrusive, so well worth protecting. I think I've got down the bottom there as well, if you can see, more Begonia tarsa. It's pretty well protected down there. I reckon that'll stay in leaf for quite a while. Can't remember if this was planted on the last video, but I've put a new Tetrapanax in here. It is definitely different to my bigger ones. It's a nice plant. Only small. That'll take up a nice area in a year or two. Even next year it'll look well in here. It's got your cord lines. That really has grown well this year. Nothing more to really say on that one though. Right, so this area looks a bit different now because it was taken over by, well, as you can see down here, the dahlia took up all this space here, but it was sprawling all over. The wind battered it, so I've taken that out now. Well, I've chopped it back. I'll leave it for next year. I think I do like it, but I just need to tie it up next year. That stake's there and I never actually tied it to it. It's my mistake. Down here then we've got another Trachycarpus. This one's a Wagnerianus cross princeps. That'll be a nice palm, nice little cross. This ginger here never flowered for me this year, unfortunately. No, it's not looking great, that one. Only sent up one shoot and not flowered. Try again next year, I suppose, eh? Another Canna Musifolia. So then this here, Trachycarpus nova. Unsure where I'm planting this yet, but because it was a bit bare here, I've just popped the pot here for now. It'll not be getting planted out here though, because there's this trachy here, and there's a cross one here, so there's no reason to plant another one so close. The Princeps hybrid and the Fortunaria will be touching in a few years anyway, so to pop another one in would be silly, wouldn't it? The black Mondo grass is looking good though. I want to fill all this path edge in, and it started off with one small plant maybe 2 years ago, divided it last year, and now it's really filling out nicely, especially this little bit here. When it all gets like that and thicker, look lovely down this edge. Here's my John Phillips. Lovely this. Can't wait for this to get bigger. It's going to be competing with space for a couple of years with this trachea, but then that'll get up and above, and this can just, you know, fill in around the trunk and hide this tree stump, because I have attempted to get rid of it before, but it's solid. I gave up with it, so this will just hide it. I like this KRX Everlime. This has been planted quite a few places. And up here we've got Xanthidea Hercules. Still only a small plant. It was in the greenhouse last winter because I'd got it late last year, but this one be staying out this year now. See, the hostas have all pretty much died. I don't think I've got any left in the garden now. We'll have a look as we walk around. Not really done a walk around myself to see what anything's looking like. Here's my biggest end set. As you can see, that's took a battering. It's just the wind really. Might be a bit of cold damage with it, but they've just been absolutely battered. But it'll be fine. Chop that back, it's going to be a bit of a beast over winter. Mrs. will love that going in the house. Yeah, she's never impressed when that goes in. Here we've got some more Tetrapanax pups. Thought I'd dug most of them out, but I didn't want, but here's another one. There's a few of them in this area. Like I've said in previous videos, this area here wants a full overhaul really. I'm not a fan of this bed at all. See what we can see. Salvia Amistad's looking great though. That's looking fantastic now. I'm going to take some more cuttings of this, because when I've left them in the past I've always lost them, so I'll be taking some more cuttings. Oh, really a lot in here to see. Canners, Tetrapanax pups everywhere. Scheffler still in the same spot. That definitely will be finding somewhere. One of my favourite plants in the garden. I want to add more of them. Now this plant, Impatiens, I think this is, I don't know, is it Ice Storm? Pink Nerve, this one. Impatiens Omniana Pink Nerve. I think that might be how you pronounce it. Lovely plant. Hopefully this is free draining enough for it to survive this planted out. I think it will be. Likes it a little damp, but in summer growing, but then yeah, once it don't want wet feet over winter. Eucomis about finished now, but still always looks well this. I do like this plant. And here you can see just, oh, we can see how much this Tetrapanax has grown. This pup here. I'm unsure whether to leave that one or not. I think I might leave that one. Bro, even if I cut it back it'll only regrow again, won't it? I can't really get in there to dig it out fully. But we've got another one here which is a nice one, but very close to the path. It's grown well. The main plants here, double headers you can see, after dying back last winter. That'll look nice next year, I think that. Hopefully we'll get no more dieback this year. Let's head on through. Oh, hang on, let's have a look here. Done a video on these before. The cordylines that are underplanting this trachea. This one's Torbay Dazzler. No, sorry. That one there's Torbay Dazzler. This one's Charlie Boy. do like his Charlie boy. I'm gonna give that a little bit of protection this year, I think, because don't wanna lose it, but nothing too drastic. It has got the overhead cover of this track here, just to give it a little bit of protection. And hope that that's enough. What I'm going to do is put a zip tie around the base. As it gets cold, just slide it up, and that'll bunch all the leaves nice and tight together to protect the growing point. And then when the danger of the cold's passed, drop it back to the base. You'll not see it in all these leaves anyway with the grasses, and that'll do. That's all the protection I'm going to give it. 30 seconds, easy. So yeah, then we've got Alstroemerias all finished flowering now. Here's little what's left of them. That was Indian summer. Crocosmia. Oh, and finally, not seen that. Finally, Canna Cleopatra's about to flower. Not had one flower this year of the Canna Cleopatra, so that'll be nice to see. Yeah, then this is one Schefflera Taiwaniana. It's only small, but as that gets a bit bigger, it'll start to fill this area up nicely. Because this area here, I see it from the house, so I want nice evergreens in here. You know, eventually there'll be no room for that inset here, but that's fine. Find somewhere else for that to go. They still look nice all year round. So we've got another Mahonia here. This one's Mahonia Volcano. I think this one grows a little bit shorter than some of the other ones. Nice plant again. Look nice around the base of the track here with this hellebore again. This really is a good plant. Good doer, this one. Could flower for a winter for me into early spring. One of the hardy colocasias. How are we pronouncing this one? Gauligonensis. That'll stay out. To be fair, these don't tend to do very well outside for me, leaving them out for winter. I often dig them up, but this one here is going to stay, and I might dig a different one up. Just give me more of a chance. Down against the path. Some more ferns. Look good against the path edge. The other side of the path. All of the hostas have completely gone now. They did look nice earlier in the year. They're gone. Buried down here then we have Ace of Bloodgood. Took a little bit of wind damage, even protected by the bigger leaves of the Tetrapanax. But I think without the protection it would have took a lot more damage, to be honest, so I can thank it for that. With a bit of protection. There you go, nice shot of it there. Pan round all the way to the Boutia odorata, and this is where I was saying you can see the trunk, so I'd like to open up from the front of the garden to see that trunk too. Just plant small ferns like this in front of it, not such big ones. See how poor my ricinus did this year. Absolutely nothing on that. It's rubbish. And then this canary is still flowering just about. This one's Canna Tropicana Black. It is a nice looking plant, that though. It's lovely, that one. Another Colocasia Gauligonensis. A little bit bigger, this one. Lots of runners, but none of them, to be honest, none of them have popped up. They've just ran and ran and ran. I mean, some of them here. See, it's all the way over here. See. Oh, I might get that, chop that off, get it in greenhouse, get that growing. It's not going to do anything out here this time now. Have a look at the the Musabajus, as you'd expect in all these winds, absolutely shredded. But looks alright. I'll be doing a video on what I'm going to do to protect these in a few more weeks, hopefully longer than a few weeks. Keep them out as long as we can. No reason for them to go in yet. There's my tree ferns. So this one's my 5-footer, my biggest one. In fact, today I need to turn the irrigation off on that. It's wet enough now this time of year. Look at the base of this. My previous video I said that this blue hosta was holding up pretty well. I'd say it's given up now. There's the biggest of the tarsa. It's the main plant that I've got, and all the other ones was taken off this last year. No bulbils as of yet that I can see. So with all the hostas dying, this has opened up a bit of a space here, and for the first time I'll be able to see where the trachycarpus are. So that one's Kindler Hill. Got from Ben Root on Facebook. I'm sure a few of you watching this might have bought from him. Another one here. I planted 3. I planted 3 of them in here. So in time they'll grow up and fill all this space here. In fact, there's the 3rd one. Very, very close to the fences, but it'll be fine. Patsy spider's web's grown quite well this year as well. Not got as much variegation on as it did earlier in the year. It's looking pretty well. Filling out this area nicely. In fact, it's probably going to be a bit congested in here soon. I do like these Brunner. Had a nice splash of colour down when everything's green and dark and shady. Another one of the hardy begonias here. So let's have a look which one this one is. So that's Panchathrin. I don't know what that's pronounced. Well, I'll let you read that. Pause the video and have a read of which one that one is. Not a lot going on down here now. And this is. So here we've got Mahonia Sweet Winter, and it's been absolutely destroyed. I'm not sure what eats these Mahonia, but as you can see, there's literally nothing left of it. Just a couple of leaves coming out. So if anyone can tell me what likes to eat Mahonia, it'd be much appreciated. Tiny spotted otter. I moved that earlier in the year after it was doing nothing. Hopefully it prefers this spot down here. And when I moved it, it was already midsummer, and it hadn't even got a leaf at that point. So it has at least put a couple of leaves out. 3 leaves there. There you go, 3 tiny leaves. Hopefully next year that does a bit better. Not going to go around back of here today. Not a lot's changed from last month's video, so we'll leave that for now till there's any update. And as you can see, the Fatsia is really starting to flower now. Yeah, it's looking well. A lot of flowers on that this year. It's grown a lot actually this year. That, imagine next year it's going to really explode again. And it were only this year I took all the bottom out so we could underplant it. Gives a bit more variety in planting. I like how that's turned out. It'll only get better with time as well. And it's heading on round. The Begonia luxurians fell away from its stake now, flopping about. It's a beautiful plant though. Look at these leaves. Yeah, fantastic that. Here's the smaller of the 2 tree ferns I've got. Still staked at the minute. That can come out now though. We're well rooted in this. You can see it's been catching a lot of leaf litter, and that'll serve it well in protecting itself for winter. I may potentially just add a little more horticultural fleece in there, but I think, to be honest, that'll be enough. That will be enough for that. So I like this. I like this spot here. All your different ferns. Yeah, it looks lovely this. Really pleased with this area. I've had a lot of begonias this year. Probably add even more next year, depending on how I get these ones through winter. I'm going to heat the greenhouse just frost free this year, just to help get some stuff through. Oh, and looking in here, look, we've had a surprising loss while I've been away. This is Viburnum Davidi. Should have been totally hardy. Evergreen plant, and it's, well, it looks terrible. I don't know what's caused this, but it looks very sickly. We'll see if that pulls through or not. And also, while I was away, I came back and there was a large can of muscifoli, the biggest one in the garden here, standing around 7 foot. That fell over, it was just laid on the path. In fact, I only just moved it before the video, and you can see where it stood there. It just completely snapped off at the base. It's got some roots on it. So I'll pot this up, cut it back for next year. Should be fine, that, I think. The Monstera will be going in soon. That'll not like a frost. Just came out for its summer holidays. A little bit of growth on it as well, because it were only small when it came out. I'm a fan of this Persicaria. This one's Painter's Palette. Yeah, I really like this one. And then again, another of the Schefflera Taiwanianas. This is my biggest one, but as they go, it's still only a small plant. Looking forward to that getting bigger. Now this bamboo that is really taking up most of the space might end up coming out from here, plant something else here, and that might go down into the new area, somewhere down into the new section whenever that's done. But yeah, I've not made my mind up yet whether that's happening. I don't mind it here, but I mean, it is a struggle now to get up and through. And the bananas just keep growing and growing out, so as they keep encroaching closer to the path, it's only going to get harder to get through this section. These are a fair old size on them now. If I put a hand down there, I can't really reach. No. Yeah, these are good size. And I think I'll be protecting these a similar way to how a few of you be protecting yours this year. The Shane Bilson method of the land drain with a plant pot on the top, just to stop too much moisture getting in. For a couple of them, I've only got them at 6 foot length, so anything above that, I'll just cut them down to 6 foot to get them in, and that'll do me. But if you can start your bananas off at 6 foot, you've got a good head start for next year. Normally, what I do with these, I'd wrap a cage around it, fill it with straw, and then put a ton sack over that. But time consuming, it's messy, you know, it blows all over. So I may still use some straw around the base, just to fill it first foot or so, and then like I say, put the land drain on over the top, and that'll do me. Oh, this begonia as well, still looking really well. This one's Sterling Moon. Looks lovely, this flowering as well. I've attempted quite a few cuttings of this, seem to be taking, so hopefully next year they carry on growing and we can get some more in the garden. Because I will, once I've got a few more, I will plant them out and leave them out. Supposedly hardy, we'll see how we'll test that. This is a good sized plant. You can see in here how big the rhizome is on this. Really good sized plant, so that could be divided quite easily now. But I'll just leave that, lift it, put it in the greenhouse, then we'll try it next year. Same with the other one, we've got dark side of the moon round here. A smaller plant, but again I've taken some cuttings of this. I'll try that in multiple locations next year as well, hopefully. You can see just here how close these bananas are now getting to the path. But there's many pups here. We'll have to thin these out. There's way too many in here now. I mean, how many's too many, I don't know, but I can't have it completely taken over. I may end up though just moving one pup, like so, to here, just so that it's a full wall of mousse of Bajou down here. I think that'll look nice. As we finish up then, as we come back round to where we started, from this angle you'll see soft cress starting to flower now. Yeah, like I said, definitely adding more of these to the garden. I'll show you in a minute where I've placed the cuttings. I've actually forgot where I put a couple of them, but I know where one is, so we'll show you that one. Down here we've got a little tray of Drachycarpa seedlings. A few growing in there. Got them dotted about all over the little trays, growing them on. Fun little project. So here we go. This is one of the cuttings. Just chopped the stem off the plant, stripped all the lower leaves, shoved it in the ground, don't know, 3-4 inches, and just leave it. It's either going to take or it isn't, and it's as simple as that. But if it does, and we see some new growth next year, we can either leave it here to carry on growing here, or dig it up and move it. But nice, easy way of getting some extra plants, especially one that they can be quite expensive, these, for what they are. So if you can save yourself a few pennies and just multiply what you've got, go for it. So that's it, we're back at where we started, guys. Thank you for watching, hope you've enjoyed, and see you on the next video.